Okay, you got to the top of Google through great on-page and off-page SEO. And now you get the click from Google to your website. That's called a landing. In our analogy with the job search process, that's like the job interview. What's your goal? Get a registration or a sale. In this video, we're going to look at landings and analyze what is a good landing experience. Secondly, you want to get better at this over time. So you need to measure how do people get to your website, who bounces, and who converts to your goals. We're going to use Google Analytics for that process. So welcome to Mooc number 5, Landings and Metrics. Let's get started. To our final class in our Mooc, so our massive online open course, class number 5, we're going to look at landings and metrics. So let's get started. Of course, our whole 5 classes, this is just the very basic introduction. It's not as robust as our paid classes, of course, but it is the foundation of understanding how to get your company to the top of Google. We're going to do lots of hands-on step-by-step instructions, and this final class is focusing on landings and metrics. I think of this as the after the click class. What happens after they click? So we've done 5 sessions through the class. We've done our introduction, what is SEO, our keywords, how to get the best keywords, on-page SEO, off-page SEO, and now we're at landings. And we've built this entire class over an analogy between getting a job and succeeding at SEO. So what are we going to look at? We're going to look at landings. We're going to talk about what happens after the click. We're going to drill into Google Analytics and show you some very basic setup and landing and goal issues in Google Analytics. We're going to look at our to-dos. All right, so let's think about how this works as a process. We've climbed to the top of Google. We've gotten the click. Awesome. Congratulations. What happens next? You've got a job interview. What happens at a job interview? You've got to sell them on getting the job. In SEO land, you've gotten a landing. They've landed on your website. Now what do we do? So let's think about our analogy as we built the class. To get a job, you need the resume. That's your on-page SEO. To get a job, you need references. That's your off-page. And then once you get chosen, you get that job interview. And here's our job seeker and our interview person, and they're clinching the sale. One of them is getting hired. So our formula is over here on the left. Our resume is our website. We've got to put those keywords in the proper location. Our Oprah Winfrey picture is our references. We've got to get powerful other websites to link to us, especially in our keyword area. So that's our reference. Our goal is to get to that job interview, and then at that point it's usually a registration or a sale. That's what we're doing. Now let's look at that landing experience. Let's talk about the landing experience. They click from Google and they land on your website, and we need to deconstruct what's going on. So we use this model, the CEA model, confirmation, engagement, action. So confirmation is click, click, click. They've landed on your website. People on the web, they're busy. The baby's crying. The phone is ringing. They're YouTubing, they're Facebooking, they're multitasking. You have a millisecond to confirm, hey, we have what you are looking for. That's confirmation. That's please don't bounce, please don't leave. Then engagement, okay, you've got their attention, they're focusing on your web page. You have to engage them. We're cool, we're awesome, we're going to solve your problem. That's engagement. And then the action is the next step, which is usually register or purchase. Okay, so now let's deconstruct some great landing pages. And I'm going to go over to the materials. If I can get to the materials, I think I closed the materials. So I'm going to reopen my Firefox here. The code is 64, and that's also, of course, in the YouTube description. So you can go to our website, type in jm-seo.org/64. And then that's going to land you on the landing page with all the goodies. You can register for the classes to get even more. Now let's look at some landing pages. So I've built out some searches here. Now I'm going to stay signed in just because it's easier right now. So I built this search CRM software. So that's my search CRM software. And I want to look at some landing. Look at this #1 landing page right here, zoho.com CRM. So what's in my head? as a searcher, CRM software, customer relations management software. I want to buy it. I want to look at it. I want to check it out. That's what's in my head, and that's why I entered that search into Google. So let's click on this page. It's number 1, number 5, something like that. It's always on page 1. So in my head, CRM software, I'm clicking from Google to Zoho CRM. Now let's think about the zones, the CRM zones. So CRM, C. So C zone is confirmation. They need to see something that is a word, is a picture that confirms, yeah, this is CRM. This is not, dog boarding in San Francisco. This is not a personal injury attorney. This is CRM software. Okay, I'm not going to click away. That's the C, confirmation. The engagement is, wow, look at that. CRM gives us a 360-degree view. Whoopie whoop, right? Awesome. I'm excited. It sounds interesting. That's engagement. That's the second zone. Action is the third zone. What do they want us to do right there in the middle of the page? They want us to click over. They want us to click over. Now let's look at their action. It's going to be a registration or a sale. Guess what? They want to capture our email so they can call us, so they can email us, call us, etc. That's your zone. So that's CRM software. Let's look at another one. Let's look at motorcycle insurance, one of my favorite searches, even though I don't ride motorcycles. Motorcycle insurance. Number 1, Progressive. What's in my head? I just bought a Harley. I'm ready to rock and roll. I need some insurance, baby. I got to get some insurance. What do? I'm going to go to Google because I don't want to drive somewhere in my Harley and meet some boring insurance agent. I want to get on the road. So I'm going to put in motorcycle insurance. I'm going to click from Google to Progressive. Look at your 3 zones here. Confirmation. Look what Flow's holding. Look at your words on the page. Confirmation, you're not going to leave. Engagement, look, wow, they're amazing, they're awesome, they're pride and joy, they do everything. That's your E. What's your action? Right there. CEA. So you've got to look at your landing pages, analyze them based on this CEA model. Confirmation, engagement, action. So I've got a couple built there that you can look, and I've got some good landing pages for you to imitate. You know what they say, imitation is the highest form of flattery. Okay, now let's talk about some basic metrics. We're transitioning to measuring, are we succeeding? So what's our first metric? Do we rank on Google? We got to be on page 1 like Progressive. We got to be in those top 3 positions. We got to be awesome. We got to be in the Olympics. We got to get to the top of Google. That's our rank. You got to start measuring your rank across your keywords. Did we get landings? Did we write such a great title tag meta description that people landed? And if so, what are the keywords that we're winning for? And then how many people bounced versus converted? Bounce meaning they landed and they left. A conversion means they moved up our sales ladder to our next action, our goal. So we want to look at that process from rank to landing to whether they bounced or succeeded. Now, rank checking tools. Google does not have good rank checking tools. Guess why? Because if Google created great rank checking tools, 1, it would draw people's attention to SEO. People would start to realize, oh my goodness, you can get to the top of Google for free. Why should I pay? Right? Why should I pay them money when I can get to the top of free? Right? Google does not want that to happen. Number 2, inside of AdWords, people would use rank checker tools to adjust their AdWords so they don't advertise on keywords that they're doing well on in terms of SEO. So prediction, Google is never going to create a rank checker tool. Never. So let's look at rank checker. Let's look at some good rank checker tools. I got a couple here just real quickly. So here is a rank checker tool. It's really simple. You put your keyword in here. You put your domain in, first. You put your keyword for us, SEO classes. It'll tell your rank. We're number 1. You put in SEO course. We're number 7. So this is a quick tool to measure your rank. I also have a link to Rank Checker, and I have a link to a complete YouTube that explains how to use Rank Checker. But in terms of your metrics, measuring your rank is really important. In our paid classes, we go into a lot of strategy on this. But at this simple basic level, I just want you to understand what Rank Checker is and how to work. I've got a nice YouTube video that we just went up to use that. Okay, so that's your rank tool. No tool like that in Google Analytics. All right, so now let's talk about that landing. So people are going to land on your website. You want to make it easy. This is sort of one of my pet peeves. People are not passive on the internet. I detest this idea of a sales funnel. That implies that people are little marbles and you float them through the marbles and joop, 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 they drip out the other end. Guess what? People are active. They're not marbles. They're going to climb their sales ladder. You've got to engage them. You've got to be interesting. You've got to make it smart. You've got to make it something that they want to do. You've got to motivate them to go up your sales ladder. And the best way to motivate people is to offer something free. Free webinar, free download, free consult, free ebook, free help, free goodies. Make it easy to see on the landing something free. What are we talking about here? Let's go look at this landing. Let's look at something as sort of brutal as a medical malpractice attorney. So you do your search SF medical malpractice attorney, you land here. What is the free thing? It's the consultation. Talk to the attorney for 30 minutes. They're not going to make you charge. That's the free consult. So think through your website, analyze your landing pages, and think about, do they have something free? You're going to use that later as a goal. Every website, short of Wikipedia, needs a desired action, aka a goal. Usually, for most people, it's a registration, buy something, it's a register for something free, so we can capture your email, name, phone, firstborn child, social security number, right? And follow up as a sales lead. That's common. Give us something free and in exchange we'll give you, give us your email and in exchange we'll give you something free. Capture the sales lead. Or if it's something simple that can be bought on the internet, buy our tchotchke. So I have little pictures of tchotchke there. Registration or purchase. Okay, now let's drill into Google Analytics. And we're going to look at some of the very basic things you can do for analytics with the remembrance that you cannot measure your rank. So first you got to set up analytics. Got to make sure it's set up. So I'm going to go over to the landing page. Again, you can get there through the click on the YouTube description. Now, basic setup of analytics. I've got links here to their help files. And in a short video, I can't go through all the gobbledygook of how to get the code on your website, but I do have the links to their help files on how to set up the tracking code. You got to put this tracking code on every page of your website. You got to get that tracking code turned on. Okay, so first things first, sign up for analytics, put the code on every page. Okay, now once you've got it on, once you've got the code running, once you've turned on analytics, let's just see very basic stuff. Let's go in and let's look at landing pages inside of analytics, okay? So we're going to flip over to our analytics account. I'm going to go to google.com/analytics, and I've already signed in to our account. And I'm going to drill over to our account here, and I'm going to look at our account. Okay, so first thing, and this is obviously very, very abbreviated for this free class, just very simple stuff. What's our first objective? How are people landing on our website? Where are our landing pages and what are they doing? What are their landing pages? So over on the left-hand side of analytics, click on Content, Site Content, Landing Pages. Okay, so take a landing page. So we can take this landing page right here, SEO tutorial, top 10 AdWords coupons. If you click on that guy right there, it's going to show you, hey, what's the page? That's the page. It's a blog post I wrote on how to get free AdWords coupons. Okay, now let's drill into the page in analytics. And what's our big SEO objective is what are the keywords that got them to that page? See right here, keywords? Click on keyword. Then it's going to tell us what those keywords are. Now here's where you start to have a little fun. Not provided means they were signed into their Google account, and basically Google's not sharing the data. There's more and more of this on analytics. It's a big problem. There's not much you can do about it. But just FYI, that basically means Google's like, no, I'm not going to share that data because of so-called privacy concerns. So you have to guesstimate by excluding those two guys. You can see almost everybody was signed in here, but here are the keywords that they typed into Google that got them to that page. Now let's go back. This is why I like to have a rank checking tool, and I love this little rank checker guy right here. Open this guy up right here in another window. See here where it says AdWords coupon, we got 7 accesses in the last 30 days from Google AdWords coupon, etc. Take that phrase, copy that phrase, go to the other tool, so you can see, hey, how did I rank on that? Did I rank well? Put that in there. So I put in there Google AdWords coupon and hit search. I'm position number 3. So that's telling me not only did I get to the top of an interesting keyword, I'm clearly getting traffic from that keyword. So these are my winners. Landing pages, it tells you what are your main landing pages and where are people landing on those pages, okay? Take any of your tools and get in any of the pages, click on a page, click on the keywords. You can see 2 accesses for this guy right here. How to make my photo appear in Google search. Got them to that landing page. Control C as in Charlie or copy. Put it in the other tool. Paste it in there and you'll see I'm position 4 with the blog post I wrote about how to get your picture on Google searches. So first thing I wanted to show you is how to find the keywords that are getting people to your landing pages. And also, when you drill over here and you click on Site Content, Landing Pages, these guys here, that indexes our home page, these are telling us what pages are magnets that are bringing in traffic from the outside world. That's what this is telling us. Those are my magnet pages. Those are my pages I want to nurture and love because they are bringing in potential customers to the website. Okay, second thing I want to teach you in analytics. Again, this is a very abbreviated free class, but some basic stuff, super important. I'd like you to be able to look at your whole website and know what are the SEO keywords, what are the organic keywords that are bringing traffic to my website. So on the left-hand side of analytics, drill on traffic sources, search, organic. They really bury it. So traffic sources, search, search, organic. And then this tells you, now I usually go to the bottom here, open up like 500. You can also go to the top here and choose a longer date. So I can do July 1st to 8/31/2013. So do a couple months there. So I got a nice data range, couple months. And now I can see how did people get to the website. Now here's a branded search, JM Internet Group, SEO training, reach local reviews. Look at this one here, SEO for Dummies PDF, 31 accesses from that keyword phrase. Copy the keyword phrase, Control C, put it in the other tool, and you can see my rank is number 2 for what? For a blog post I wrote about the infamous Dummies books and how that works and Are You a Dummy and all that fun stuff. So this is a way to see what are the keywords that you're getting traffic from. Go up to the little magnifying glass, put in a keyword where you see some activity, like say classes or SEO or something. So let's just type in classes and hit this little, I always want to say magnifying glass microphone. So SEO classes online, SEO free classes, SEO classes in New York City, SEO classes in Los Angeles. This is a way to see what are my winning keywords. I wanted you to be able to see that as well. Now, what else is important here? Search engine optimization, landing pages. If you attach Google Analytics to Webmaster Tools, this data will live here. I also have the link to Webmaster Tools for you. This is another thing you need to set up, and then that way you'll get a little bit better data. Final thing, remember goals. We want to set up goals. What is a goal? Let's look at our website really quickly and let's talk just very briefly about goals. So I want you to land on our website. I want you to take our paid classes. I want you to become a consulting client, etc., etc. So we have a sales ladder. You land on the website from a search or a referral. I would like you to do what? I would like you to say, take our class on social media, start with our free stuff. So you're going to go here, you're going to put in your name, and you're going to register for our free little goodies class on social media tools. Okay, so you're starting up the sales ladder with something free, and I'm going to put the keyword in there. I'm not going to say that keyword aloud. And I'm going to land on a thank you page. So see this page right here? That's called your thank you page. That's your goal. That's your completed action. Back in analytics, you've got to define that goal. You go to the admin tab, you drill over to goals. Under goals, in this case that was the social media webinar, you put the landing page URL, everything after the domain. So you're turning on the goal for measurement. A little complicated. Again, in the paid class I go into this a little bit more detail. But we've set up a goal. Now you've set the goal up in admin. Go back to your account. You've turned it on. I've got 2 months worth of data here. Under the left-hand side, I can go conversions, goals, and I can see what goals are being converted on, and I can see that goal. So up here, I can go goals, and I can see social media webinar, 143 accesses in the last 2 months, or in that 2-month period. So that's how to define a goal and measure a goal. And my dear friends, there's a million ways you can slice and dice this data. So that's sort of goals in a very, very quick nutshell. Now let's talk about circular analytics. Circular analytics is Google's term for like your shampoo. I don't have a lot of hair, but people have a lot of hair, like my daughter, has to use rinse and repeat like several times, right? So same idea here. You want to set up your keyword paths, think through your keywords, measure your traffic sources, measure who lands, who completes a goal like a registration or a sale, who bounces. Brainstorm, like why are they landing? What keywords are working for us? What keywords are not working for us? Where do we have a lot of bounces? What's the problem? How can we improve what we're doing? You want to make changes to your website and your SEO strategy. You want to remeasure. So circular analytics is learning from your measurement so you become better and better and better at your marketing, because I want you to be even more awesome than you are right now, right? So you become more awesome by this circular analytics path. All right, so let's sort of wrap up our class here. So what are our to-dos for landings and metrics? So I've got, especially for analytics, I've got a little worksheet on setting up. Let's go and look at the little worksheets here. And again, you got to register to get these worksheets. So I'm going to look at the worksheets here for you. So down here in class number 5, I just want to look very quickly at this worksheet. So this worksheet is going to help you set up analytics, and it's a little checklist about what you need to do to set up analytics, what are the most important things you want to know, what are your goals, are you doing rank checking, and I have a couple other little odds and ends there. Some of this makes a little bit more sense to people who take the paid class, but the basic information is there. Then we do have 2 quizzes. We have a knowledge quiz and an action quiz for this final class in our Mooc course here. So you're going to go and use those worksheets, get your team, do your knowledge quiz, do your action quiz. We have both of those to get you going. We've reviewed those. At this point, we're done with, I feel like I should hand you a virtual like diploma. So you've graduated, you've taken all 5 classes in our free SEO Mooc. The entire class materials are available on our website. You go to jm-seo.org/56 is the code there. That's going to get you to the registration so you can register for all the free goodies. If you have questions, submit them on the YouTube channel or by email, carrier pigeon, telepathy. Obviously, I hope you take our paid classes if you have time, budget, etc. They're not very expensive, and they go into a lot more detail on this fun-filled game of SEO. So thank you so much. Subscribe to our channel, and we are over and out.